today I'm going to show you how to make a banana upside down cake, which is basically my go-to banana cake recipe topped off with a layer of caramelized bananas. It is a fancy and great way to use up some of those ripe bananas that are lying around, and in fact it is one of our family's favorite dessert recipes, so let's get started. We're going to begin by making the upside down portion of the cake, for which you want to add a 1/4 cup of melted butter, 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon to an 8 or 9 inch pan. I'm using a square pan that's been greased with butter. Then you want to mix those ingredients together and spread them evenly across the bottom of the pan. Next, I have here 2 bananas. Now they don't need to be super ripe. Just slice the bananas into 1/2 centimeter thick pieces and lay the pieces in rows atop the butter sugar mixture. Then you can set the pan aside while you prepare the cake batter. Now I have here 2 super ripe bananas. The riper the bananas, the better the flavor of this cake, and 1 to 2 bananas is great for this part. I'm just going to mash them up with a fork, and what you're looking for is a fairly liquefied mass. Next, tumble in 1/2 cup of soft butter to a bowl. This butter is a little bit on the meltier side, but really you're just looking for a consistency that you can work with, and I've also made this recipe with oil, which works just as well. To the butter, pour in 1/2 cup of sugar. White or brown, both work fine. Toss in 1 whole egg, followed by a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 cup of plain yogurt, but buttermilk makes a great substitute. Whisk those ingredients together, and then you can dump in the mashed banana. Now for the dry ingredients, sprinkle in 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And when those ingredients are well incorporated, fold in 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and you want to stir the batter just until the flour is combined. At that stage, you can pour the beautiful light brown batter atop the upside down portion of the cake and spread it out as evenly as possible. Then you want to bake the cake at 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 to 35 minutes, or until the toothpick inserted comes out clean and the top of the cake is a nice golden color. While the cake is still hot, run a knife through the edges to loosen it, and then you want to flip the cake over onto a prepared surface like a plate or a board. Now make sure that you have a towel or oven mitt handy to protect yourself, especially if the pan is still too hot to touch. And now for the moment of truth. The birds are singing. If any bananas get left behind, you can just scoop them up and rearrange them on top of that cake and no one will know the difference, but we were super lucky this time. At our house, we love this cake straight from the oven, perhaps with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, but of course it stores well too. Now the banana cake recipe itself is very easily customizable, super fluffy, and full of banana flavor. This upside down take is an enhanced, impressive version of a classic recipe, and each bite will make you go bananas. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. You can find the full recipe for this banana cake as well as many others on my blog at hotchocolatehits.com. For more recipes like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. And as always, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.